Hey, yeah.
One. Ball one. Welcome back to the action at the Mark Base Limited Senior National Championships 2025. This is the last match of the day, so thank you all for joining us. As it's 7:10 at night, the players are still here fighting to get to finals day. And what better way to end the action than the number one seed in the men's singles, Liam Pitchford. Glad to be joined by Table Tennis England commentary legend, Chloe Highland. Chloe, lovely to be up here in the commentary box with you for this one.
Thank you, Connor. I was up here just before with Chris Duran, who's an actual commentary legend. I think people must have really enjoyed Chris's insight into the game. I think, you know what, I can provide the local level perspective on some of these matches, and I have really enjoyed being up here and watching all of the play. They've had some really good stuff on today, so yeah, glad to be here. So, what do you make of these two that are knocking up now, just about to start?
Well, actually, great question. Saif Mohammed Aslam in the comments literally hit us the nail on the head. It's the best junior against the best senior in this country. Conor Green, 2-time under-21 singles men's champion. Liam Pitchford, six-time national champion, chasing his 7th down. That's right. Very, very interesting matchup between these two. Liam playing in the Major League over in the USA this year. And also playing in France. Actually, he's not lost a match in France so far in this half of the season. He's taking on the Lebrun brothers this Wednesday as his team Pontoise Sergi plays against Montpellier.
Talking of Montpellier, Sophie Early, who was just on table 2 just before, a brilliant victory against Murray Baldwin. She also plays for that team. So, some really great international experience for some of the players that we've got at the Mark Bates Senior National Championships.
Sadly, Matrix TTI, I'm not Fraser Riley. This is Conor Whitehead and Chloe Ireland in the commentary box for this one. Fraser is away on bigger tournaments in Clinching at the moment. Great serve there from Conor. Speaking to Conor in between his matches at this tournament, obviously playing Liam Pitchford, and a lot of people are saying to him, Conor, unlucky, as if you've already lost a match, or, even unlucky on the draw, those kind of things. But Conor believes he's really got a chance in this one. Obviously, Conor's really sharp, probably one of the sharpest in the tournament. Liam, very sharp as well at the moment, training a lot out in Madrid last week, both of these players. But yeah, we've seen upsets at this stage of the tournament. David Macbeth taking out Sam Walker 4-0. Yeah. It's a huge match. Hit us with any questions in the comments about this year's tournament or about table tennis in general. Huge rally. Oh. Let's have a look at that one again. Huge rally, probably the best of the match. Chloe, would you have got to these forehands?
No, I might have got to the first one if I was on a good day.
I think Pitch would have been a bit disappointed there not to make that backhand. But it's the first set, both players easing into this one. We'll show you Conor's world ranking and Liam's world ranking after this first set has finished. Great start from the youngster in this one. Pitchford currently trailing 5-8. Nine-5. Conor trying to pull ahead now. Conor only 19 years of age. No, Louis Price still isn't in the competition. Bowed out to Tom Jarvis after taking the first end. Lost out 4-1. Tom's super excited to be back for finals day. Four game points now for Conor Green in this first end. Maybe he was right. Maybe people did count him out too early. Wow. What a backhand.
I think me and Chris talking a bit before about healthy delusion, kind of having that, idea, you've got to think you can do it, you've got to know you can win, and I think from what you're saying, Conor has that, he's got that belief, you've got to go into every match thinking, I can do it, I can take him.
You know, spending a lot of time with a lot of these England youngsters, I think sometimes, you know, the mindset isn't always right. I think that changes from day to day. But I think with Connor, he really does have a great mindset, and he is focused, and he is driven, and he will get what he wants to achieve. There we go. He was asked a question earlier by Saif Mohammed Aslam in the comments. What's Connor's world ranking? His junior world ranking is currently 45 in the world. Connor's sponsored by T-Sport. You'll see him using butterfly equipment. Let's cut to Liam's statistics here. Liam, world ranking 56. Best world ranking 12. Liam has beaten 3 world number ones in his career. He's actually defeated Dimitrov Turov twice as well. Recently taking him out 3-0. Let us know in the comments who you think could take this match. Could Connor cause the upset of them all?
I think, Connor's had a very good tournament already. You know, he won the mixed doubles with his twin, Anna Green. That was a really nice victory to see them come in. And I think, you know, he's got the quality of shots. You know, he's been playing really well recently in world tournaments. I think, you know, Pitchford also shouldn't discount this match. He needs to make sure that he's on his game, because if he gives Connor room to come in, then there could be an upset here. Connor's leading in sets currently. He's kind of came in guns blazing, played some really good quality stuff, taking pitch on the back foot a little bit. Sometimes that first game can set the tone for the whole match. So you know, pitch on the back foot here. He's really going to have to up his game, make sure that he secures the second set.
I think it works both ways. You know, I think earlier on today we saw Toby Ellis face Andrew Bagley. That match will be available to watch on TTE TV now. If you go back on the stream from Table 5. Toby took that first set quite easily, and you know, we're thinking, you know, can Toby Ellis kick on here, you know, take out Andrew Bagley, former national champion? But actually it spurred Andrew on, change the game, you tighten up your serves, and you find that second gear. Connor elects him for the backhand serve, sets him up nicely for that backhand. I mean, Liam's really's got to be trying to get that ball either short, which is difficult to do if Connor's serving with a little bit float or top. But also at the same time, you've got to get it away from that backhand, free swinging backhand when he puts the hips into it. Question from Joe Abbott there, who's the coaches in this match. Connor Green being coached by Mate Mamut, Croatian coach of the University of Nottingham. Liam Pitchford being coached by his long-term coach in Kelham Island. Yeah, I think that's a great point. Connor does have a little bit less of an action. Is a little bit less dramatic with a service action compared to Tom Jarvis.
Well, it's not hard to have less than an action of Tom Jarvis because winning serve. I think that's become a bit of a talking point since last year's Nationals.
No way, that's not going on.
Would have been nice if it did. But I think, you know, Connor's a very practical player. You know, he does the action that he needs to do. He gets a spin on. I think he's very deliberate in what he does. So although there might be a little bit less dramatics what he's doing in his serve, it's effective. It works for him. He knows what he needs to do.
See, there you go. You saw with Liam's receive there. He's going more towards that middle line. Connor's still trying to play backhand from the middle, which isn't something you would see from, you know, high-level table tennis players. However, that has to be the tactic because Connor needs that space to swing the backhand around, and that is exactly why he's electing the backhand serve. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this match and what Liam Pitchford needs to do to come back. Connor Green now leading 7-5. Liam may be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Liam was looking for a hole in his bat just then. He was... I've had a couple of players talking about how the ball's hanging a little bit. But, Liam's been playing, you know, throughout the day. The conditions he should be adjusted to by this point in the tournament.
Like myself and Chris Duran spoke about this yesterday. The reason for Andrew Bagley entering the mixed doubles this year is because he gets that more table time, a little bit more preparation to focus on the singles then.
I've had a question in the comments. Is it best of 7?
Yeah, that's correct. Best of 7 in these knockout matches. Winner will go through to Sunday's matches. This is the last match of the day. A lot of support for Connor Green in our comment section. Let us know where you play your table tennis and if you're joining us tomorrow. Live on Table 2, which you can watch live on TTE TV. Got Paul Drinkle, reigning champion, against Andrew Bagley, the king of ping.
Connor, you're well good at commentary.
I'll take it. That's nice from Connor there. Probably wasn't in the best position to make that first backhand topspin. Kind of just threw the ball up in the air, brushing the ball a little bit more, getting that little bit more spin. Wow, we've got a viewer from Adelaide in Australia.
I saw a comment just before about Pitch's body language not being as positive. I think, although he has managed to pull this game back, he's kind of brought it back to even. I think, Connor's being very positive. I think that he knows that Pitch is the one to beat. I think being at that disadvantage, he's got that hunger. I think Liam, having come off like a little bit of a false start there, is maybe struggling to kind of get back into the game, and you can see that he's like reacting to what Connor's doing more than maybe dictating the play.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Chloe. Pitcher's now leading 9-8. Obviously, Connor's got serve here, 9-all. But now we go back to Pitcher's serve, and this is so important when you're trailing the match 1-0, especially a match that carries so much weight. Can you edge back and make it 1-all? Connor Green gets a 2-0 lead. You're then playing a lot more free. You've got a lot more confidence. But if Liam keeps it at 1-1. The pressure's back on Connor Green. I think that's a great point, Jeremy. Yeah, maybe our older players do have a bit more experience playing best of 7. Those players that have reached these knockout stages at the Nationals a bit more often. Earlier we saw Sam Walker take on Max Radivan, and Sam actually won that match 4-2. However, if that would have been best of 5, at one point the score would have been 2-all. So I think that makes a bit of a difference to those guys. But Connor Green, he's actually got that experience on the senior level now. Maybe it could be argued that the younger players are a little bit fitter, a little bit sharper.
It depends kind of what point in your career you're at as well. I mean, Connor has been playing a lot of international matches, but then so is Pitchford. And, Pitchford is quality. He's the one to beat. He is playing consecutively, like you say, in France, in the US. So I think in terms of like how much table time they're getting, I'd still say Pitchford, but I think, I was saying before to Chris, I see that margin closing between Connor and the people that are ranked above him in terms of the quality of play. I think Connor has, in the last couple of years, has really upped his level, and I think that's really on display in this match here. But the way that he's competing with Pitchford at this level, I think a couple of years ago we wouldn't have seen this kind of game.
I think a lot of people, that don't see Connor on a regular basis maybe underestimate him a little bit. These guys, Tom, Paul, Sam, Liam, that actually get to train with him, they don't underestimate him. The England coaches know his level. It's mentioned there in the comments he's around 200 in the world. But actually he's getting to WTT finals now. He's taking out the French top juniors, Antoine Naroux. Twice, reaching the last 16 at the European Championships, losing out Juice in the 7th.
Should we do some club shout-outs? We've got...
I've got to do a big shout-out for the Cheshire boy, Howard Garner there. Being from Cheshire myself. Pitchford no longer in his prime. That could be argued. Pitchford is 6-0 in the French league, and he's made it 1-all now. Let's see if we see a bit of a different Liam Pitchford as this match enters the 3rd game. Chris Rayner, know you very well. Tom Rayner as well. What happened to Abraham is the next question. I think what happened to Abraham is he played Connor Green, and Connor Green is in form. Abraham Salado wasn't messing around this weekend. He took out Rowan Danny 3-0. Abraham recently crowned under-17 national champion and cadet national champion. Took out Rowan Danny 3-0 and seeded player Felix Thomas. And it really gave Connor a game. He lost 4-1, but actually it was 1-all and 10-all. It could have gone either way. Josh Band's thinking 4-1 now to pitch. Has that game turned the tide?
That's good form there from Pitch, fading that forehand shot into Connor's backhand side. There's a question here. Do you think Joe Dennison would beat Connor Green? I think they have come across each other on more than one occasion.
Yeah, I think at the Under-21 National Cup, I think Connor come out on top there 3-0. I don't think Joe played his best level this weekend, watching the group stage. But yeah, definitely deserved to be here, qualifying in style. Scoring the first 2 sets, Louis, was... First one was quite 6, I think. And the second one was definitely a juice set, 13-11, Liam Pitchford. Do I think Harry Law will win the Kent County Championships tomorrow? It's an interesting one. I'd have to see the draw. You know, there's a couple of good players in Kent these days. A couple of upsets there. Maybe, you know, Joe Britnell could take him out in the final, who knows?
I've got now Pitch has kind of taken quite a significant lead in this third set. He's 5-1 up. I think kind of bringing back, taking less chances with Connor.
Jeremy, to answer your question there, I think in recent national championships I've got to talk about literally about 25 minutes ago. Dave Macbeth taking out Sam Walker 4-0. Maybe the result of Dave getting to the semi-final, beating Sam, isn't too much of a shock, but in the way in which he did it, 4-0, and winning the last set 11-1, certainly stamping his mark on this competition. Poor serve there from Liam going off the end, making an unforced error. Is that Connor's pressure being forced on Liam Pitchford?
I think so. I think Connor is doing well to put pressure on Liam. I think in this last set I have seen a bit of a turn of the tide. I think Liam's definitely upped his game. He's started to move him around a little bit more. His placement of the ball has definitely improved. I think he knows that he can't put it into Connor's back. Connor's got too strong of a response.
Yeah, I think at this high level, I think for somebody like Connor Green, you know, it's really difficult to keep that confidence that you could have, like Josh Band mentioned there in the comments and we spoke about earlier. That second set was vital. You've got the opportunity to go 2-0 up on the England number 1, or you're at 1-1 back where you started. It's effectively a best of 5 from that moment.
There's a question down below. Connor Whitehead, why aren't you playing nationals?
Oh, I think I'm a bit more built for the commentary box these days. Did enter the national qualifiers. What a great event that is for anybody that is a Table Tennis England member. I think definitely check that out in the future. Had a couple of good wins there, taking out number 4 seed, England number 20, Ollie Cornish. Yeah.
Ollie was playing in the doubles earlier. I managed to see some of his games. He plays in the Senior British Clubs League Championship division, so it was nice to see him in the doubles.
Yeah, luckily we haven't met each other after that at the championship. Otherwise, I'm sure he'd exact his revenge on me. Liam now got 6 game points in the third end. Oh, lovely ball down the line there from Connor. I think with Pitchford, somebody that steps across to the middle a little bit more, that's got to be the tactic. Sometimes go down the line, sometimes serve a little bit of a pendulum out if you can get it really wide into the backhand. Anything into that middle, you know, he's coming for that backhand flick.
We were talking earlier about the effectiveness of playing down the line and picking your shot and picking that placement. You know, it doesn't. Not every ball has to be a killer, but the placement can turn a fairly average ball into a killer.
Yeah, I think to take your game to the next level, you know, the tactic you've got to attack that crossover point a little bit more than you would do the forehand or the backhand because the player's bat isn't there straight away. Normally you wouldn't attack to the player's forehand. I think against Pitchford, you don't attack to his backhand because that backhand reloops are insane. However, here this weekend, I think me and Chris spoke about it yesterday, a really great tactic we've noticed is players spinning up to the forehand. Don't be scared to push out and then, you know, go for the reloop or hold that next ball because the ball isn't coming through as fast as it does in another hole.
There's a question here from Jeremy. He says, I've noticed that there have been a few matches where the ball has been changed during play. Is this normal or are different balls being used this championships? I don't think it's a different brand of ball. I think sometimes when a player sees that there's a little bit of a fault in the ball, which can be like due to heat or due to wear, that can affect play, or if the ball's broken. I mean, if the ball's broken, obviously they get it changed, but sometimes it's less easy to notice if there's a slight difference, a slight deviation in how round the ball is, which is why you sometimes see players spinning the ball on the table, trying to see if it pings off their fingers in an unusual way. So yeah, I think it's quite common to see balls getting swapped out, especially at this level.
Yeah, I think it's the English National Championships, We've got to be playing with the best equipment, we've got to be, on top of everything that way. The players aren't going to settle for anything less. Just to answer that last question in the comments, the other game that you can hear is live on TTE TV, as were all tables during this tournament. Paul Drinkall is now leading Andrew Bagley 11-10. Actually, he's 1-0 down, and Andrew Bagley was 10-8 up. An opportunity to go 2-0 up on the current national champion. Andrew with the serve. Paul's managed to pull that game back to 1-1. Head over to TTE TV and check that one out, or stay with us here on Table 1 as Liam Pitchford takes on the youthful Connor Green. Connor off to a flying start in this end. This event, the Mark Bates Limited Senior National Championships in 2025, is sponsored by T-Sport. Therefore, the equipment is butterfly, as you can see on the barriers and you can see on the table. Therefore, we're playing with a butterfly R40 ball.
Do you have when you're playing yourself, how sensitive are you to equipment, kind of at your level? And, I think at local league, I always used to joke that, I can never tell the difference. I never know why they spend so much time. But the more I play, the more I can feel that difference. How is it for you in different environments with different kit?
Yeah, I think it has a massive effect on you as a player. I think the ball is quite a big thing, and I kind of get worked up about it a little bit sometimes. I remember as a junior, I used to play in the East Midlands 4-star, and I'd try and swap the ball. In my group stage, I don't want to play with a Stiga Optimum. I think in this one, the Butterfly R40, I actually don't mind. I think it takes a lot of time to get used to a ball, a little bit more than people probably think.
I think practicing with different balls is definitely something that could be beneficial. I mean, if you think about it, table tennis is a game all about details. It's all about the tiny little differences that you make that can make a big difference between you and your opponent. So when it comes to things like that, how warm or cold it is in the room, the ball, the table, the flooring, all of these things, in the tiniest little sense, they make a big difference.
Yeah, I think something that I shared with a friend of mine, Nahom Askadom, played really well this weekend, giving Dave Macbeth a game in the last 16. He didn't realise, he plays abroad often, German league, things like that. He didn't realise that the table depth, the thickness of the table, has a massive effect on your gameplay. It makes it harder to serve short. Just to answer your question there, Harry, I know for a fact that Connor uses a Viscaria blade with Dignix 09C on the forehand and Dignix 05 on the backhand. Liam levelling the game at 5-all now. Connor once led 3-love in this end. Let us know who you think's going to win and how you think that Connor Green has to get back in this game. What do the tactics need to be? Me personally, I think in this game now, Connor has to be ultra attacking. He has to be looking to flick into the crossover of Liam Pitchford. Got to force him to make that forehand. If he's serving with backspin, can we hold short to forehand? Then let Liam either touch back, dig out, or he's going to flick long. Then Connor's got the opportunity to be a bit more positive. I think with Pitchford, you've got to try and get him into that crossover. But Pitchford's crossover isn't where a normal person's crossover is, because he wants that backhand. Look how far over he is. There we go. See it in action. Lethal backhand flick. Finals day tomorrow. Currently got one semi-final set up in the men's singles. Tom Jarvis will take on Dave Macbeth. Tintin Ho will take on Sophie Early. Jasmine, that'll be a great match. I think before this weekend, coming into this, I think Tintin obviously being favourite. However, other than Tintin, I've got to say, Sophie Early was one of my favourite players to watch in the women's.
I'll tell you what, Sophie's quality. I mean, I haven't had a chance to watch much of Sophie until this weekend. I think I saw a little bit of her at the WTT feeder in Manchester. But I've been blown away. Just the quality of her shots, the spin that she gets, especially on that forehand. really great to watch. I think it's going to be a battle. I think it's going to be a really great game. You know, whoever comes out on top, I think it's going to be a great match.
Yeah. You know, Sophie Hurley, she was in the last 16 of the Commonwealth singles. Yeah. You know, Sophie's been around the block, she's done it, and she's still young. Yeah. But can she handle Tintin's pimples and that pen grip style? She's never played on finals day here at the English National Championships. Connor Green now taking a step in the right direction, forcing the game into a 9-9 with 2 serves. Personally, I'd have gone for the backhand serve here if I was Connor. Setting myself up for the backhand. Liam's obviously going to try and step across for his backhand. There we go. That's so clever. So clever. Yeah. I mentioned it earlier. Can we get into Liam's short forehand? Drawing him into that short forehand. I know William Short there says keep it out of Liam's backhand. But once you draw him in short to the forehand, it's hard for him to step out and recover into that backhand and play as good a quality shot that he can play. Very crucial set. Can Connor do it? Oh, Liam Pitchford ain't going down without a fight.
No, and I wouldn't expect him to. I mean, one of the things just in that last point that I found quite interesting, you know, Liam's quite well known for doing the behind-the-back shots. Sometimes I think he reaches for it as a bit of a last resort when actually just getting around him.
Oh, advantage Liam. Speaking of behind the back shots, Chloe, if you head to our Instagram and our Facebook channel right now, you will see the point of the tournament from Isaac Kingham against the Paul Drinkle. A little behind the back shot there, bit of a teaser for you all.
Yeah, you were showing me that before. It is a brilliant point. You know what, Isaac gave Paul an absolutely incredible game. I was really impressed at the way that he played this afternoon.
Timeout call from Mate Mahmout, coach here, and Connor Green. I'm not sure I would have let for a timeout here at 10-all. You know, you're facing a serve, you've got to win 2 points to do the business. I'm not sure this would be my tactic. However, maybe if he's feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit tentative, maybe it's good to get some tactics from the coach. What would you do in this situation, guys? Isaac Kingham, just to answer your question there, Saab. Isaac Kingham and Max Radovan both went out in the last 16, both giving great matches to Sam Walker and Paul Drinkle, respectively. I think Max lost out 4-2, Isaac 4-1, but that last set, Paul won 17-15. You know, the pressure was on. After watching the first set, I think Isaac just thought, I've got nothing to lose. He was telling me all weekend now he's just going to sling and see what happens. You know, I'm always rooting for Isaac. 10-all here. Connor with the first serve. Both players wafting the ball. Maybe the hole's getting a little bit damp. It's getting a bit late, a bit warm in the hole, but there is only 2 matches going on. Table 1 you can watch live here on YouTube, or you can head to TTTV and watch Paul Drinkle face Andrew Bagley. Score there currently 1-1-8-7 in favour of Bagley. Could this be it? Pitchford taking a step towards that finals day. He's just got to put it away now. Is Connor going to look to attack? Great depth. Great depth on the table there from Connor. However, Liam just changing the pace up ever so slightly. Trying to get that wide angle. We watch it again. And there, just changes the pace ever so slightly on that last ball. Makes it difficult. Liam Pitchford now leads 3-1. Guys, what's been your favourite match at the Nationals this year? What have you enjoyed watching on our live stream on YouTube? What have you enjoyed watching on TTTV? Is it the men's singles? Is it the women's singles? Or are you a doubles fan? Or are you even a wheelchair para-athlete fan? Jack Hunter Spivey into the final tomorrow against Megan Shackleton.
From a player's perspective, Connor, what do you think Connor needs to do now that Pitchford's kind of won back the sets? Yep. You know, his mind might be a little bit out of it now. He's on the back foot. He came out, you know, all guns blazing, had a really strong first set. And I think Connor's a very grounded player. He's good at keeping his head. But what do you think he needs to do now to kind of get himself back in this game?
Yeah, great question. I think There's not too much to change from Connor's point of view. You know, he's there in every set. He's just lost that one at Juice. He lost the second set at Juice. There isn't too much to change. However, it's those vital moments at the end where Liam Pitchford, he's been around the block, he knows what he's doing. Great rally to get us underway here. Yeah, exactly, Dylan. Connor had 3 chances to go 2-0 up in that first game. Definitely wouldn't say Pitchford downgraded in the US. Being the #1 draft pick, favourite from all of the teams in the USA. Only lost 1 match all season over there in the US. And they only play best of 3.
Yeah.
Interesting format in the USA and the MLTT. Our friends across the water. Dave Macbeth being a former champion at the MLTT.
Yep.
Into finals day after taking out Sam Walker. Connor reverting back to that backhand serve. Changing it after the let. See, I think that's just a sign of nerves. I think Connor Green doesn't need to be nervous. You know, he's not doing a lot wrong here.
It's a good serve. It's a good serving choice there.
Yeah, definitely, Jeremy. I think it's definitely hard to choose between those 2 games. However, all matches were live streamed. You have the option to watch any match you've wanted to this weekend at the SmartBait Limited Senior National Championships. From day 1 to 3, all matches have been live across YouTube and TTTV with a strong coverage on social media. No way. Get out of here. Sky lob there from Connor. Adam Bobrow style. Thanks, Howard, for the compliment on our commentary. Actually, 2 Northwest players in the commentary box. It's great. This is Connor Whitehead, Chloe Island.
Yeah, 2 northern accents, although I think yours is a bit more pronounced now than mine.
I think it's all the years I've spent here at the University of Nottingham, you know. 2 years Grantham College, training hard under Vidal Graham, Gavin Evans, Chris Duran. And then coming here to train with under Mate Mammut and Kelly Sibley. Kelly, an English legend in her own right. Yeah, Josh Bennett played yesterday. Didn't get through the group stage. Actually lost a match Radovan 3-0. He actually beat Chris Chotai 3-2. So therefore Max was the one that faced Sam Walker. 6-3 to Liam in this one, kind of running away with it a little bit. Hope you guys are all tuning in tomorrow. Finals day. Nice reloop from Connor. A little bit of fortune there, I think. Pitch now sponsored by Jeweler, of course. Spoke to him earlier on today, using the Denars rubber and also using I think it's the hybrid rubber. Says it's a little bit stickier, get a little bit more grip on that forehand, help him with those forehand reloops. Connor still fighting hard, that's what we love to see. I'm sure coaches Carlo Agnello and John Murphy up here watching alongside us, they're looking for that fight from Connor Green. What do you guys think you're looking for in the comments? You know, what are you looking to see from our English young juniors? A lot of compliments towards Max and Isaac. I think it's really positive to have such a number of youngsters in the competition at the later stages. You know, the future is bright.
It's so bright, and you know, seeing the way that they've played over this weekend, I think it's just a real testament to them. You know, they are young, and to have so many of them getting through to these stages, competing, you know, playing properly against these like senior England players, it's a joy to see. It's really positive for the future of English table tennis.
Crazy statistic, actually, I mentioned earlier on social media, with 8 of the boys, under 21 boys, being in the last 16 of the men's singles at national championships, and 12 in the women's singles.
Craziness. Yeah, some really strong young players kind of coming through and starting to populate the senior tournament.
And that's what we want, you know, as an England coach, that's what you're looking for. Can you test yourself against the best? We mentioned Abraham Salado earlier, pushing Connor Green all the way. Louis Price, yes, he trains all the way out in Germany, but taking Tom Jarvis all the way. That's what we're looking for. Pitchford now with 5 match points in our final match of the day. Leave us a review below. Let us know what you thought of our commentary and let us know what you thought of this match here on table 1. Oh. Connor Green not going down without a fight. Better switch back to the action. That was really nice from Connor. You know, that's the tactic. That has to be the tactic. Get him short forehand. Obviously, the ball come off the end. Liam's then got the ability to spin up. And then can you make that counter? Oh, great reloop from pitch. Huge rally. Oh, lovely from pitch. Held him on the backhand, didn't rush, didn't need to try and cream the ball or break it in half. Held him there on that backhand and then waited for Connor to play the ball back and capitalised. William Pitchford takes the match. It's 4-1. And that brings us to a close on Table 1 here at the Mark Bates Limited Senior National Championships. Please head over to Table 2, live on TTE TV, as Paul Drinkall is taking on Andrew Bagley. Currently trailing, the reigning champion is on the ropes. Drinkall trailing 4-2, trailing 8-5 in this set, 2-1 to Andrew Bagley. Check it out over on TTE TV, and we'll be back live, ready for finals day tomorrow. Thanks everybody, see you tomorrow.